Hey guys, so it's what day? Thursday. It's Thursday. It's day 3 of this whole ketovore thing. So I was gonna fast and then I got hungry around noon. No, it was later than that. It was like 1:30 because I had a meeting. And I ate a can of tuna and that was good. And so I'm doing the video a little early today because I have meetings all night into the evening. And Steve will probably be back today. So I wanted to make sure that I got this posted. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit about how I kind of ended up doing the ketogenic diet. So I was always that, well, first of all, I was a vegetarian for 7 years and never felt worse in my life. I struggled to keep weight off, even only eating like 1,200 calories a day. My hair was falling out. I was tired. I was sick a lot. Didn't have any energy. So one day I started eating chicken and I just went back to eating like chicken and eggs and things like that. I was still kind of in that low fat mindset. So then I tried the moderation stuff for a lot of years. So I tried the moderation, and it was like an epic failure. Like every time I tried it, I failed. I would get hungry at like 7 o'clock at night and I would be eating like a crazy person. So, um, last year, how long ago was it? Maybe like 4 years ago, I started doing the gluten-free stuff 4 or 5 years ago. I started doing gluten-free and I started feeling a lot better. So it's been kind of a progression. So I went from vegetarian to then kind of trying the moderation thing again. And then that didn't work. And so then I ended up getting off of gluten. And then so I kind of leaned more the paleo diet direction, started feeling a little better yet. And so then 2 years ago, I think I went and did a bunch of research on the ketogenic diet and I went that way. But I was doing kind of too much dairy and just, I think probably just too much fat overall. It just wasn't what was right for my body. So, kind of fell off the wagon a little bit during the initial part of the pandemic because things were really like strange. Like I was home all the time and the only food that I would get was stuff I had delivered, which was groceries. I mean, it was all Whole Foods, but it was more grocery type, items. And so about a month ago or so, I really was like, I got to figure something out here. Cause I'd gained about 9 pounds during the pandemic, even with all the running, like literally I run 6 days a week. So even with all the running and some daily yoga and stuff, I was still struggling. And a lot of it has to do with stress and anxiety over this whole situation. But at the same time, I needed to get it figured out. So that's when that whole carb cycling thing happened. And I actually only did that for about a week and a half because I just felt awful. Putting any kind of grains back into my body of any kind just did not set well. I was starving, literally starving all the time again. And so started following a couple of different people. Dr. Ken Berry was one of them. Carnivore MD was another one. Maria Emmerich, who I followed for years, and did a little bit more of a deep dive into the science and the results that people were getting with closer to a carnivore diet. So closer to eating primarily meat and minimal vegetables. And so I thought, well, I'm just going to give it a little while and see how it goes. And so that's what I did. So anyway, here we are. Went out for a walk today and ended up running just because my body wanted to run. And I am very into the whole intuitive eating, working out, everything. Intuitive is the way to go. What does your body want? What's it asking for? Do that. So, went out for half hour, just did a little over 2 miles, and came back, had some meetings, some work to do, had my tuna fish for lunch. I have out hamburger, but I think I'm going to do steaks for dinner because like I said, I think Steve's coming back. So, yeah, it's been a long, crazy day of work. Between things, I've got out for a run and I had some lunch. Um, that's about it for today. So another really good day. Haven't been terribly hungry. The protein really does a good job of filling me up. Oh yeah, here's my Cool Beans railing going up to my loft. And here's the staircase going up to the loft. And of course, Cecily, her normal spot, sleeping in the chair. And then my cluttered up crazy desk. All right. So thanks, guys. End of day 3. Feeling good. Gonna have some steak probably and some salad for dinner. Might make this hamburger into some burgers, so I've got them in the fridge. And then we are on to the next day. Have a really wonderful evening, and I will see you soon. Bye. Hi. Hey, so let's just kind of hang out here. I just have a couple of minutes, and I thought we could just do a little bit of a yoga practice together. So I tend to just have my mat like sitting out, like it's just here all the time. I've got this little tiny space. My desk is right here, my bookshelf is right there. I have 2 chairs behind me, and Cecily always on the mat. But let's just take a few minutes to just kind of breathe and get ready for the rest of the evening. So it's 4:30 here. I have another meeting at 5, and then I have another meeting at 6. So I've got some stuff coming up, and I've had meetings all day. So sometimes just that 5 minutes of some really nice deep breaths and some little bit of stretching and releasing, just gentle stuff, is all that you need. So let's come to the seated place. Just let your hands settle to your knees. If you're sitting in a chair, that is absolutely wonderful. Feel free to just let your hands settle to your knees wherever you happen to be. Start to take some nice deep breaths. So just allow the breath to come in through the nose and out through the mouth. And again. And one more time. Now on your next exhale, we're going to just let that nose fall forward. So just exhale forward. Inhale, bring the ear up to the right shoulder. Exhale back down. Just start to really open up through that neck. Now at this time also, be aware of the length through your spine. So from your tailbone up through the crown of your head, nice and tall. And then release your nose forward. Inhale straight ahead. Lift those shoulders, drop them back. Let's do that a couple more times. Inhale, lift. Bring your shoulders as close to your ears as you can, and then drop them back. Let's do it one more time. That's a really nice one to just do sometimes if you've been sitting at your desk for a long time. All right, so those hands are at the knees. Let's drop those hands now to your sides. On an inhale, let the arms rise. Intertwine your fingers and lift as high as you can through the palms. So press up through the palms of your hands. And then exhale and release gently over to one side. Come back through center and release to the other side. Come back through center and exhale, release forward. Just let your spine curve. So you can do that a couple of times. Bring those arms up, just drop them, and just feel that lengthening, that pulling out through that left side body. Inhale back to the top and exhale to the other side. Now, inhale back to the top, release forward again. Just let that spine curve. Inhale high. Release your fingers and wave your fingers. You can't see mine, but wave them to the sky. And let's drop into a little twist. So I'm just going to let my left hand fall over to my right knee and let my right hand walk behind. I am sitting up on a little pillow, meditation pillow. Take a gaze back. Let's inhale back to the top and switch sides. Inhale back to the top. And let those hands come to your heart. All right, so I'm in kind of a crazy spot, but I'm going to come around and we're going to do a little cat-cow. Just kind of stretch out our spine, especially for those of you like me that have been sitting at a desk for a good chunk of the day. So I have a cat right here in front of me. I'm going to let my palms settle to the ground. As we exhale, let the spine rise and the head fall. Inhale, let the belly fall and the head rise. Let's go with that breath a couple more times. And then close your eyes. And I just want you to allow your body to move. So if you have to work somewhere, like if you go somewhere to work, if you have your own office, shut the door, put a sign on it, say you're at a meeting, and do this practice. Or you can just let your coworkers watch from the doorway, right? All right, so I'm going to come back down here and I'm going to sit back on my heels. Stretch out the quadriceps, the front part of my legs. Sit up nice and tall and just allow your body to kind of melt into this place. This might not be comfortable for everyone, and if it's not, you're welcome to just come back to simple seated. Just take a couple of nice deep breaths here. And I'm going to come back around. Just sit on my little cushion and just stretch my legs out in front of me. Stretch those legs out in front, sit up nice and tall. Reach for your toes. Your hands might be up here on your thighs, they might be at your knees, they might be at your shins. You might be able to grab your toes, whatever works. This isn't a race. It's not about how far you can bend forward. It's just to get you stretched out to finish and calm. Stretched out and calm to finish the rest of your day. All right, so let's come back up to seated. Find your way back to a comfortable seated place. Let your hands settle at your knees. Let your shoulders relax back. So if you need to, you can bring those shoulders back up and just settle them back. And let your eyes close here. So it doesn't matter if you have 5 minutes or an hour to practice yoga. Every little tiny bit that you can do is going to help you throughout your day. So if you can find 2 minutes for a sun salutation, or 3 minutes for a cat-cow in a little child's pose, or just to find the comfortable seat and just open up through the shoulders, through your upper back, through your neck. Let our hands come to the heart. May you guys all be healthy, happy, and live in peace. Have a wonderful rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time you happen to be watching this. Have a wonderful rest of the day. Namaste.